Hello and welcome back. Hope you're good, doing well. So we are having a dollar index update here. But before going to look at that, if anyone want to join us, just simply go and look at the wave-trader.com and check the membership levels and fill that form. If you're looking for further information, just fill that form and send that form to me. Yeah, so you can check the membership levels. So now let's look at the previous video analysis. All right, so this is the previous video analysis. We were expecting dollar to drop, and if I'm gonna look at the profile, so we were expecting dollar index to drop from that top, right? So we are having nice sell-off. It's just simply appearing over there on dollar index from that top, and in the weekly market outlook, we were expecting it to break down. So if I'm gonna look at this video analysis, which we were having previously, this one, and then we're gonna come back onto the update ahead of the non-farm payroll, and that move all the way back to that high. All right, so we are almost testing that high. So if I'm gonna play that quickly, I'm gonna look at the old setup, and then we're gonna talk about what's happening on these lower time frame and what we are expecting. This is going to be a pullback counter trend trade with that trend, the trend which we may see on a bigger time frame like 2-week chart, which I have just shown you. So what you are simply looking for, you are looking for a counter trend trade and the DXY to pull back. Let me pull out my moving averages simply, right? So daily time frame moving averages. You're looking for DXY to go back within those moving averages, okay? Within these moving averages like that. So if I'm going to go to the lower time frame, trend is setting up, and we are having February to see next week, and price is just simply setting up for upside. So you're looking these 15-minute corrections to hold and continue to keep pushing more higher. All right, so pullback, these pullbacks happen, price broke out. So you're looking for another pullback to happen and break out and continue to keep pushing more high. In case if it tests that low, does not continue, test that low, so still going to be a pullback opportunity, counter trend opportunity. All right, so we have seen that the dollar already gained, and gain against some currencies, some risk on currencies, and that's a sign that the dollar, DXY may also bounce back all the way up to the moving averages, which I've just shown you on daily time frame. Okay, so remember, price should not fall below this 99.50. Yeah, so if it fall below this, yeah, this may change the buy opportunity. All right, thank you. So there you go. We were expecting this to go and bounce back all the way up to that within those moving averages, and we clearly can see that the dollar index has just made that counter trend move right on this daily time frame after having that bearish trend. Okay, now we are expecting it to finish that move either on this top and then drop aggressively lower, or we still can see another slight push up all the way back to that high and continue to keep dragging lower and break down that daily move. Okay, but there we can see that the price is just struggling going above those moving averages. All right, and we may see another leg lower breakdown. So what you are simply expecting, you are simply watching price action over there, right, and looking price to fall back. Right now it's trying to break through and continue to keep pushing more higher. All right, so I'm anticipating it we clearly can see that the strength is strong over there. Okay, and there is a chance that the price still can push higher all the way back to that high, and then again we may see from drop over there. So you're simply watching these areas. Okay, so I'm gonna pull out some rectangles over there. So you're watching these areas for price action. Yeah, so if you're gonna see some price action over there, you are looking it to draw from there and fall back within these areas. Okay, and then possibly break down and continue to keep dragging lower all the way. So if we don't see any price action over there and price slightly push more higher, again goes there, you are watching these areas. Okay, these areas for price action and looking for this short-term trade first. Okay, this short-term trade first, and then from those highs this short-term trade first. Right, and if we're gonna get a breakdown and then all the way back to these lows. So that's the basically structure we are having over there, which is just building over there. We still can see another slight move, slight push up over there, but you are looking it to drag breakdown. So basically the trend is bearish, okay, and the price is running within that trend to the downside and holding the moving averages. So we still can see one more leg lower. So what's going to be the worst case scenario on the DXY? The worst case scenario going to be that the dollar index going to go all the way back to this area, okay, and then we may see a drop from there. So I'm not anticipating it to go that much far away, all right? But in case if that happens, so the bigger structure not going to change, all right? So the bigger structure still going to be bearish on the dollar index. We're still going to search the one more leg lower. Okay, so that was the previous video analysis. So just to let you know that what we were expecting and what has happened over there. So some data has just released over there in the Europe, and data wasn't good enough. And also we have heard some comments from the ECB officials, and they were saying that outlook for euro area remains highly uncertain, and maybe they're gonna pause in September, so no more hikes, or completely gonna call this the hiking cycle. Yeah, no further hikes. So all right, so if I'm gonna look at the news, is just breaking out over there. So I'm gonna look at the news is just coming out over there and saying that the poll result is just came over there. So this is the UK one option for policies to hold rates steady for longer. All right, and if I'm gonna look at the Europe one, so the ECB officials are also saying that they are, the outlook is highly uncertain, and further rate hikes are possible, but right now is less likely. The way data is just coming out from the Europe. Okay, so there you can see that the outlook for euro area remains highly uncertain. Underlying price pressures remains stubbornly high. Yeah, so core inflation is still high, but the 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 pressure is building for pause from the ECB and Fed and all major central banks. All right, so we are looking for dollar to drop ahead of the non-farm payroll. So we are having that data which is going to release. All right, so the core PCE price index, Fed is watching that. That's very important data. And unemployment claims as well. So unemployment claims to rise, and this data to fall. And also we are going to have tomorrow on Friday non-farm payrolls, and it is highly likely being expected that these numbers gonna fall. All right, so the non-farm numbers, NFP gonna fall over there, and that's what Fed is looking for, the job market to slow down. All right, and after that we are expecting dollar to just continue to keep dragging lower. All right, so what you're expecting, if I'm gonna look at that daily chart, all right, the dollar index daily chart, so we were expecting dollar to drop from that top, okay, and this wedge which is just there, that wedge to break down, and from that top we were expecting wedge to break down and correct and continue to keep falling, or push up and test that top and then drop. So finally the breakout of that wedge is just simply happening over there. We can see over there that the price was breaking here within that wedge, and then turning into that flag, and yesterday we have seen that flag broken down. So that flag is just broke out on the dollar index, right? So we are having another correction is just building over there, and that correction is just building over there ahead of the non-farm payroll. So what you're simply looking, the NFP to drop, all right? So the NFP numbers to drop, as I said, and this correction which is just simply turning over there, that to break down aggressively. Okay, so this move is coming over there because of the ECB officials, are dovish. The commentary which we are having from the ECB officials are dovish, and that's causing the dollar to go back up or euro to gain. All right, and we are expecting the US data to be more weaker than the Europe at the moment. Okay, and this correction which is just appearing over there, that correction to break out aggressively like it has done over there tomorrow during the non-farm payroll, and continue to keep dragging lower all the way back to this previous low. So if I'm going to look at the 1 hour time frame, all right, so correction is very much similar, and going back within the moving averages, the 1 hour trend has broken down. We can clearly see over there, the 1 hour trend is just broken out over there to the downside, and you are looking for that correction which is just appearing over there, that correction to break down. All right, so do not go beyond the do not go beyond the moving averages. All right, so these areas do not go beyond those. If it goes beyond those, all right, then go all the way back to that top. I mean, if non-farm payroll numbers, if NFP is going to be really strong, the report is going to be really strong, okay, then dollar will visit that top or maybe slightly gonna go higher. Okay, if that happens, okay, if NFP is going to be strong again for the for this, tomorrow, then again we're gonna look for this to go all the way back to that top and then drop. Not expecting that, but be ready for that move. All right now looking for report to be weak, okay, and this to break down aggressively to the downside like it has done over there, and you can get into the trade on a breakout and looking for this to continue to keep dragging lower to the downside. Hope that makes sense. We got some good price action breakout happened over there. So we're going to look at the gold and silver, right? So silver is very well ahead. I'm going to look at the silver chart. All right. So silver chart has already removed all those losses we have on silver. All right. So there we can see that. So silver has removed all those losses, these losses which the gains which we are having on the dollar index. It's a clear sign that we may see in that lag over there on the DXY. So you're looking that lag to happen over there, the DXY continuation to the downside, and see, yeah, same move, the move which we are having already on the dollar, on the silver. So thank you.